In this section, we'll talk a little bit about holistic communications from a leader. What to communicate, when to communicate, how to communicate is an essential part of a leadership. It is a piece of art that comes with a lot of experience and a lot of thinking. But communication doesn't mean just words. Holistic communication means the entire character, your image. What do you convey to people? Do you convey to them that you are full of confidence? Or you convey that you are arrogant? Do you convey that you are confused or you are clear? Do you convey that you are real or you are fake? The image of a person that you build over a period of time remains in the mind of a person. Your smile, your thought process, your ideas, your ability to construct a sentence, the way you are perceived in public. This is all part of the image. Image, in a sense, includes everything. The way you talk, the way you dress, the way you act, your attitude toward others, work, play, your eye contact. In this day and age of television, YouTubes, Twitter, Facebook, your facial expressions and eye contacts are equally important. Your digital presence is as important as your personal presence in real time. So holistic communication means, do you radiate confidence? Do you give warm fuzzies? Do you smile a lot? Do you feel comfortable in a group? Do you ask questions? Do you participate? Do you begin a conversation? Do you lead a conversation? Or do you fumble? You can't describe your thought properly. Are you uncomfortable in a group? These things come out loud and clear. When people think about you, do they equate your image the way you see it as a competent person, dynamic person? Or you're a person who just hangs in there and would wait for things to unfold? Are you there in that spot because you deserve? Or because you have been put in that spot and there is somebody waiting to take that spot? For all of this, as part of a holistic communication, you have to be clear of your personal career objective. You have to identify a problem, create a winning team, provide a winning solution, and solve that problem. Then people will say he was an effective leader. You have to communicate inspiration. You also have to control your words. You have to be in control of your words as well. You can't do a lot of loose talk when you are a leader, because people will find different meanings in your loose talk. You have to manage your personal resource very effectively. And the most expensive resource is your time. How do you manage your time? Who do you spend your time with? What do you spend your time doing? All of these things require analysis. For example, if you're giving a public speech, how do you stand on the podium? Do you fold your hands? Do you put your hands in the pocket? Do you scratch? All of these things indicate as to how comfortable you are giving public speech. Do you come out as a friendly person? Do you send signals that you are a good team player? In your conversation, does it come out that you are frank and honest? You give your opinion properly, and also make sure that you are a part of a team. So one thing is, how do you talk? Second thing is, how do you dress? How do you stand? Third thing is, how do you dress? Do you overdress? Do you underdress? Are you neat and clean? Does your company's image, your organization's image coincide with your dress? If you are representing non-profit organization, are you dressed properly? Because you are now working for a public cause. All of these things indirectly show a lot more about a leader. All of these things create your image, your aura, your personality. And you have to really build this. When you are giving a talk, how do you pause? What kind of sentence you deliver? Today, there are lots of interesting tools that you can practice. Many people who give talks on television have hardly had time to practice. And they assume that they are great on TV. But it's important to practice. Because when thousands of people are watching, when what you say goes on TV instantly, you can't afford to make mistakes. So communication is the key. But then you also have to write memos at times. How do you write a memo? What do you say and how do you say it? Are you humble? Are you arrogant? That image you have created as a leader has to be consistent in writing, public speeches, group meetings, board meetings, and it has to avoid unnecessary conflicts. So holistic communication is a concept where everything you do conveys something about yourself. If you want to achieve your larger objective, you have to focus on holistic communication. It includes writing, it includes speaking. Every word, every sentence matters. You can change the way you appear to others by changing your behavior pattern. You have to come out warm, welcoming, respectful. If you don't change your behavior and pattern, you will turn many people off. A lot of us are not trained to focus on holistic communication. But if you think through this carefully, understand that communication is a key for a leader. You can practice, you can learn, you can train yourself. Later on, we'll talk about media management. Communication is one piece. But how do you manage a media in this complex, interconnected world? Because today, every event becomes international event. If you said something in one sentence which was not proper, it gets multiplied and it gets on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere, and the whole world knows that you made a big mistake. So communication can make or break a leader. My great leader that I admired, Mahatma Gandhi, he picked up a pinch of salt and galvanized millions of people in a time when there was hardly any TV, little bit of radio, and millions could get his message because his message was very symbolic. It was real. It was crafted with great deal of thought in it.